Hi everyone! My name is Taylor Hansen, and I'm going to go over my mini lesson with you guys today. I'm going to be talking about second grade math, and I'm going to introduce the box method in helping students multiply and multiply larger numbers. I think that the point of this is to help students understand place values and giving them a new method to use to make their process of multiplying numbers a little bit easier, especially when they get into the larger numbers. I kind of just wanted to introduce this method because I think it's a lot easier for some students to understand, and I just kind of want to give them a stepping stool and try to help them get to where they need to be, and hopefully it's a helpful tool for them. So I think the most important thing is for students first to know the definition of fractions and multiplication and what the box method is and place value. I think knowing place value is really going to help them with this method because they kind of have to break the bigger numbers into smaller parts, and it just makes the whole process a lot easier, and they just break down their problem more. So first off, I'm going to talk about some common misconceptions that these students might take out of this. One would be that this is the only method that works, and that if they don't use it, they won't be successful, and that this is the only one. And that is 100% wrong. This method, yes, will help them, but there are so many other methods out there for them, but this is just kind of an introduction to one to maybe give them a chance to use it to see if it will work for them. Another misconception is that this is the only method there is. That's also 100% wrong. There are so many methods out there for students to learn and to use, and they kind of just need to find the one that works best for them, and I just kind of wanted to give them an introduction to one to see if, this will work for them and they can use it if they want to in the future. So I'm gonna kind of go through my steps here for my lesson plan. The first one is just kind of introducing everything to them since it's brand new. I kind of want to just introduce place value, kind of go over other methods they can use, and just kind of tell them that this is just an introduction and you don't have to use this, but I'm hoping it's easier for you, and they can use it if they want to. I will also give them a worksheet at the beginning and just hand it out to them, and just let them know that this is practice and they can work on it, and then I'll assign some at the end for them. So the next step, I would have them go to the chapter in their book that introduces this box method. I'll kind of have them review it, and I'll go over it with them. I'll read it with them and see if they have any questions at first, and then I'll kind of give them some examples and go on with that. And I'll then go up to the board, and I will give them, or I'll make up some problems for them, and I'll kind of go step by step through with them what they need to do, and then just kind of go through it with them and help them. Here's one example I would use. I just would start off with the smaller one and then kind of break it down like this and just explain the place value thing with them, and then go back to adding it all together and then showing how I get my final answer. And then I would probably go to a larger number and kind of show them how it's the same way, so when there's bigger numbers they don't need to freak out because they're bigger. It's the same steps, and then they just add everything together, and then their total's up here. And then I'll just kind of walk it through with them and help them with anything. If they have any questions, I'll just try to explain it the best I can and keep giving them examples, and I'll give them the chance to come up and maybe try to do one with me, or they can or if someone understands it already, they could come up to the class and try to explain it to the rest of the class if they maybe don't understand it. And I'll just go through as many examples as I possibly can with them to kind of get them to understand it, and then I feel like they will be on the right track. And then finally I'll assign a couple problems to them and have them solve it for a while, and I think I was gonna do 3 problems off the worksheet I gave them and have them solve it independently, and then I would walk around, check everyone, and if they got them right, I would give them some type of reward, like a piece of candy or something like that, just kind of to make sure that they were paying attention at the beginning of the class and at the beginning of the lesson, because I think a reward will keep them keep their minds on me while I'm trying to explain stuff, and I think that they'll pay a little more attention to me, and the lesson plan will go a lot smoother. And then after I kind of go through everything, if some people maybe don't understand them, we can go over it, all the 3 problems together on the board, and I'll explain my steps and see how other students did it, if they want to come up and show the other students like their ideas with it. I think that everyone kind of sharing their ideas and their opinions on it will make things go a lot smoother, and it will help everyone understand it a little more. And then I'll assign them some homework with it. I'll probably assign like the rest of that worksheet that I gave them, and have them bring it to class the next day, and that way they can kind of work on stuff independently and try to figure it out independently if they need to, and maybe get some help from parents or other teachers if they absolutely need to, or they can come and talk to me on their free time. That way they're getting as much help as they can if they're not understanding it, and they still have stuff to practice with it. I want to make sure that the students have as much materials and as much stuff they need if they want to practice the homework or the problems or something, like in case a test came up or something. I just want students to be able to feel prepared and feel comfortable coming to talk to me, and I think that this lesson plan really will break things down for them and help them, and hopefully make their lives a little easier in math. And I've really enjoyed this method, and I kind of want to just put it to the test for my students and see how they handle things. So hopefully they handle it well. So thanks for listening, and thanks for the feedback. Have a good day, guys.